You know, when this week started, I did not expect to come out of it this way, but honestly, this fits the theme of this year, doesn't it? But I knew something bad was gonna happen, or, I just had the feeling because I was already feeling lukewarm just coming in before the announcement or like the direct. Even the day of, my friend sent me two images. Wind Waker was announced for Nintendo Switch 2, only to then be followed up with an image of it saying subscription only. You must have Nintendo Switch Online. And I think the whiplash of being happy 1 second and hyped to just immediately it falling off completely and just feeling depressed. Quite frankly, I don't know what other feeling to even put there, but it literally just feels like I got slapped in the face, punched in the stomach, and like left for dead. And I wasn't coming in like super hype or anything. I was already feeling lukewarm with the first announcement. I don't know, like when I first saw that design for the Switch, I didn't expect it to be like a super jump forward or anything, but the tech was cool, like from what we could see from the outside, but we needed more information. And unfortunately, because there's good stuff about this direct, we got it. Now, I guess to start off with the good stuff, the games look just fantastic. The developers always cook with the games. Mario Kart being open world now, where you can just free roam drive anywhere, and the tracks themselves being free road now, where you could just drive from one track to the other, and that's part of the race. That's fucking cool. You can pick any character you want, literally almost any character, because I saw the bone skeleton enemy from I don't know which Mario game, the cow from Mario Kart being a selectable character. That was fucking cool. You can ride on grind rails now, light posts and stuff like that. There's multiple new like there's a lot here. The environments look crazier. The character models are so expressive, fantastic looking, and they make Mario Kart 8 look lifeless compared to this. That's how crazy of a jump this is. And to culminate everything before I keep going about the games, that's really what I wanted Nintendo Switch 2 to be. I wanted it a little more powerful. I wanted Nintendo to take a hand at maybe doing something a little more bigger and stuff like that. So in a sense, we got that, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like they took into account like, okay, maybe we should hit a ceiling of like, okay, we wanted to make it more powerful, but not too powerful to where it just shoots up our price range from 450 to 500. And I'll come back to that later, but to continue on with the games, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks fucking insane. The way the destructible like literally this new system allows them to do destructible environments, just anything can be destroyed, and it looks fantastic. The redesign on Donkey Kong looks so fucking good. He can express, he can emote, he can do like a lot of things. He has pants. It looks good. These games look good, and even like Elden Ring on this shit, Cyberpunk on this fucking console, Final Fantasy, that was crazy. It really was. That part was crazy. And even like we got GameCube finally. It only took them almost a decade to add the fucking GameCube, but we got it. Nintendo Switch Online is another story. And then they also added their Discord sort of thing, which was okay, why? We weren't really asking for that. They tried something similar with the Wii U, but this is a little more Discord-ish because you can stream your game from it and it looks awful, mind you. Side note, how the fuck does that look worse than Discord somehow? How is that even possible? How can you be Discord, man? The thing has more storage. You can game share just like you could in the DS days where you only had one copy of the game, but you could still share it or share the multiplayer specifically with other friends. You couldn't do that with all the games, but the games that did let you do that, that was incredible. That's all we needed. You know how many games we would have or sessions we would have by just connecting like two DSs together in Mario Kart and then just racing like a couple levels and then, okay, see you later, bye. The other person never needed to buy the game. They could just play with me, and that was the whole point. All they needed was a DS. They were still in the ecosystem. I don't know why Nintendo took that away initially. And genuinely, like, the graphical fidelity that this can reach is way more than I was even expecting. Considering how advanced like all the technology is now, it's impressive. Like especially the amount of shit that they crammed in. They crammed in a microphone, headphone jack, 2 USB ports, a mouse on the Joy-Cons, magnets, like all this stuff, and they made it bigger while still keeping the same width. That's crazy. But that also comes to bite them in the ass later. I'm guessing that the reason why the Switch is so expensive to wrap this around the price again is because of all these features that they crammed in to make it a Switch 2. It's more powerful predecessor to be able to handle like third-party games now. Like that's probably the reason why all these games have to be like so huge to justify the price of the game itself, which again, that's going from $60 to $80, which is something I actually thought would happen when they did it for Tears of the Kingdom. Now they justified it by saying that Tears of the Kingdom was big enough, or big in of itself, to justify the $70 price, and it needed a bigger cartridge for it. What's the excuse now? Oh, Nintendo Switch 2, our other competitors are going to $70, let's go to $80. Not everything needs to be like the 1990s, man. For the love of God, this has to be the worst timing ever I have ever seen, because Trump announced the tariffs and we're in an economical downturn, so they're really trying to push a $450 console down our throats with accessories that you need to buy, expensive games, and you need to pay for the online if you want to play online multiplayer. Oh, and that's not even scrapping the surface of like the upgrade packs or anything like that. I'm just at a loss for words, really. Because they, of course, for the upgrade packs, even the price of the console they didn't announce like on the Direct. People found that out later, which was why there was a big backlash afterwards. Because of course, if they would have announced it then and there, they would have been like, what the $450 is a lot to ask for. That's literally nearly the price of a PS5, and a PS5 is more powerful than this Switch. This Switch is equivalent to a PS4. I don't know how to feel. I mean, obviously it's not even in my price range. It was never in my price range. I'm not gonna buy this. I really thought this was gonna be like $400 at most. Maybe they were gonna decrease the price of the regular Switch and the Switch OLED. That way it would maybe be $350, like how the Switch OLED is right now. But of course, Nintendo pulled a Nintendo, and yeah, that's not exactly happening, is it? I mean, even the fact that the tech demo that they're doing for this console is priced $6, as if they weren't already price gouging enough with all the accessories, all the games, all the things that you need for the actual Switch. Nah, you have to actually pay for the fucking tech demo. I don't know why I thought, like, when this was happening, or when they announced the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, I don't know why I thought Nintendo would just come in with some hope or some just keep us jolly, I guess, some good energy. Of course, they would have to be the third horseman of the apocalypse with prices, because the ideas are cool. It's just, did we really need it that badly to push it to more than what people can afford? Was it really that necessary? Like, again, I just wanted to see Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom running at 60 FPS. They were clearly demanding of the other console. I don't know, man. I'm just feeling so lukewarm about all of this. Like, again, the games and the upgrades that it offers are actually really good, and I appreciate that, but that doesn't change the fact that at the end of the day, these prices are a choice. Getting this console is a choice. I don't need this console. I can't get this console even if I wanted it. It's just too much. I can't afford this, and especially after I get just one game, not even mentioning the accessory. That is $530. I need that, man. I don't have $530 just to give out like that. What about the people that don't even have a job? Like, what about kids, man? I didn't expect them to be smart about it, but I didn't expect them to be this ballsy with their dumb ass decisions. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, the developers are always doing a good job. They'll always continue to do a good job. All they want to do is make games and have people play them, but it's just too much. And I think this is the first time I'm going to miss a Nintendo console. I can't afford it. I just can't. And unfortunately, there is more important things happening in the world. Speaking of the world, that's not even mentioning international markets. Inflation is a pretty big thing. So just because for the US it's $450, or at least before they have to adjust the price because of tariffs, it's way more in international markets. Like, I think if I remember one time that I just remembered, the PS5 when it first came out, I believe was like $1,000 in South American currency. Like, obviously it matters between individual countries in South America, but it was nearly $1,000 when you made the rough conversion. So this is going to be way more expensive for other countries. So it may not seem like a lot, even though it is, mind you, $450. They were already pushing it with $70 for Tears of the Kingdom, and I warned people. I just knew that was the testing ground, because as soon as they saw that they could push the envelope of how expensive the game could be, I just knew they were gonna try it for real later. I just didn't expect them to just jump $20 instead of just 10. But yeah, this Nintendo situation is crazy. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.